Rukus Avenue Radio.
Are you ready, Priyanka?
I'm always ready.
Priyanka Chopra Jonas. We get to say that to you now.
And,
Person.
but
I know,
Pablo,
so strange.
and you're unfinished. Yes,
Yes. I hope you guys have ordered your copies.
we have.
We will be, but we wanted to chat to you first. Obviously, everyone's going to be asking you what your influences were, and did you want to write about yourself so soon into your career? But I mean, it's never too late to kind of share with the world your kind of experiences. Is that what we can expect? Kind of, what you've been through up till now.
Well, first and foremost, I'm not someone who believes in, glass ceilings. So you tell me that a memoir is written at the end of someone's career, and I'm going to be like, really? Here, let me drop you one. So I've always been that person, and writing was something I was really curious about. I always wanted to do. And I think, I wrote this predominantly during quarantine, and I think, just like the rest of the world, I paused as well for the first time in so many years. And, I've always been on the run, right? Like running at an insane speed for years. I don't think I have been home in one place for 6 months in at least 25 years. So it gave me a chance to pause, reflect. And yes, this book is me sort of talking to my younger self. This is not me talking to the reader, and it's me sort of saying, all right, this is what happened. You did that, and why did you do that? And, regrets and failures and, reflections of me and the girl that I am, not the public person that I am,
But can I just say, you mentioned the glass ceiling, because one of the things that I've got a lot of people through was your Penguin Books conversation about the glass ceiling. So positive, so energetic, so giving. Is this what we're going to expect in Unfinished as well?
I mean, I guess that is a little bit of who I am. That penguin conversation, even I always remember it, because I remember I went off book completely, right? I just picked up the papers and I put it down, and I was like, all right, let me have a conversation with you. And this book is sort of that tonally. Yes. It's funny, it's like me, it's meandering, it thinks the way I do, it goes from one topic to the other, and it's very true to myself. In fact, when I was recording the audiobook, I was like, I have written this book like I speak. I didn't write it like I write. I wrote it like I speak, because it's the first time I'm doing it. And I'm actually glad, because then people will get to know me, as like you guys know me. You've known me for all of these years as the person that I am, and I hope that people take that away from this.
Do you know what we know you as? Is Miss Workaholic. Regardless of anything, you do it. And you look good.
Always, baby.
So, you were saying that, when you wanted to, you recorded something. So did you have moments where you were kind of like, I have to write about this? Whether you were driving, whether you were shopping, or was it more kind of like, when I get back home, when I get to my study or get to my desk, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to record it?
Yeah, it was definitely not like while it was happening, for sure. I took on the task of writing the book first, and then attempted it for a good 2 years. But I was always on a plane, and I was trying it like, while I'm going from one country to another country, and it was just not the kind of book that I would have enjoyed reading. And I read a lot of books. I read memoirs, I read fiction, nonfiction, and I always like books which are immersive and which are visual, where you feel like you can smell and taste what the author is talking about. And so the only time that I had was during the global pandemic, I guess. That's what it took for me to sit down on my butt and actually look back at my life, and not look forward, but go back slowly into memories that I had pushed away, memories I hadn't thought of,
Was it cathartic?
Not initially. Initially, it was very difficult. It's not easy to write about your life and actually be honest about it. We'll always write a version of the truth, and when you have to dig really deep in to get to the truth. But when I read the manuscript for the first time, when it came back to me, I think I cried after it came back, and at it, you know, me and my husband sat down and we talked for a really long time about, you know, everything that I was feeling, and it was emotional, and it was, I couldn't believe, you know, all the mountains and the valleys. And I had put up such a wall for such a long time, because I was trying to protect myself, you know, from, this is a crazy industry. It's not an easy job. And show business is definitely not easy. And so I was very emotional when I came out of it. I think it was healing more than cathartic.
So, you know,
Can I
like,
just say for both of us?
when you write a book like that, do you kind of go and you stop and you go, okay, that's done. In a funny kind of way, emotionally, is it kind of, okay, that's that chapter closed. Now I'm going to start a whole new version of my life.
You know, in a way, yeah, it did feel like that to me, honestly. Like, okay, I dealt with that. And now, you know, onwards and upwards. In a way, yes, it did.
Can I just say thank you from both of us and everyone that watches our shows, whatever. You're an inspiration. You have broken so many barriers for all of us. Thank you from the bottom of here.
You know, I have to say that thank you for saying that. It's not the easiest. It's not the easiest thing to do. Not that I kind of, you know, what I do is not rocket science, but you know, it's the arts. But just wanting to push the goalpost ahead for us globally, for entertainment, for, you know, my younger self to have seen someone that looked like us on, you know, on mainstream movies, on magazine covers that, you know, we consume around the world, outside of just India, because Indians exist everywhere. And I didn't realize that till I started seeking work in America, actually, you know, because I was very happy with an amazing career that I had built after a lot of work in Hindi cinema. But when I started looking for work in America, I realized that, you know, there were really not a lot of work for someone who wants to be in mainstream entertainment and wants to be a leading lady or a leading man, you know, which means the romantic comedies of the world, or the superhero movies in Hollywood, or, you know, the movies that are not defined by the box. And
Okay.
and I'm just,
Listen,
I'm
we have
that's
to
my
say,
You
we've got
started.
something in common with you, because now our station is based in Hollywood. That's where our new show is going to
You
be
just
coming
signed a
from.
deal in Hollywood.
Yeah. But we have,
Pablo coming to Hollywood.
I have something else in common with you, and with your husband, actually. Now, obviously, Nick
Oh
and I love you.
no! Oh no!
Nick and I love you very, very much. But
Tita G.
now, I noticed, Nick has a thing about Nutella and Ranveer Singh's picture on the front bottle, and so do I. So you know about this, right?
I mean, I saw them
Viral.
exchanging messages on
Yeah.
Instagram, but Ranveer and Nick are friends and they kind of have this mutual love for each other. But you know what, Ranveer, send that Nutella home because Mama needs it.
Well, can we just say thank you very, very much?
Thank you. We just love you. And thank you for breaking the barriers and boundaries and being #1 with the book, #1 with White Tiger, just being our #1.
Oh, thank you guys. It's always so lovely to talk to both of you.
And
Take
say hi to
care.
Mummy.
I will. She's downstairs. I'll tell her.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you lots.
Love you. Bye.
Rukus Avenue Radio.